Yo, what's up? This your boy Boogie Mon, aka the Book Father, aka Professor McTruthenstein. Today on Boogie Down, you get real talk about what goes on behind the shiny scenes of the rap game. All real, the only language I know how to speak. Now I get asked all the time, Boogie Mon, what's the inside tip on success? Boogie Mon, how hard is it to get to the top spot? Boogie Mon, what's the music industry really like? And it's all very simple. The key to success in the rap game is you gotta be your own boss. Don't work for nobody. I mean, when you can set your own hours and you can take vacation whenever the you want to, then you know you a boss. That's what I'm all about. And other than touring or promoting my CD, making appearances, photo shoots, radio show, commercial spots, wardrobe fittings, sponsor meetings, sound rehearsal. Other than all that shit, I do what I want, when the I want. Boss. And the best part about it is, no matter what I do, it's free. Whenever Boogie Mon steps on the scene, everything I buy, Fluffy Sheep Records got it. Fluffy Sheep pays for everything. See, it's like this. If you ever get the opportunity to get in this game, you better make sure you read that contract just like I did. My contract clearly states any and all expenditures and charges be forwarded to the record label for processing and payment deductions from Boogie Mon or some shit like that. The way it was explained to me, no matter what I buy, the label's gonna pay for it all because eventually they just gonna get the money back anyway. So anything I get is on the house, nigga. And on top of that, as far as creating the musical masterpiece, I mean, they got people for that. They got people to do the stuff. So all I gotta do is just walk up in the building, pick the one I like and start spitting right then and there. And them suckers be getting it bad too. They are constantly making music. I don't know how much they get paid, but it can't be that much since they feel like they gotta be working on it every single second. They just always in there doing stuff, you know, always in the studio making more and more music. It's basically a job to them. That ain't what I'm about. I'm all about getting that dollar bill, y'all. So for all you Boogie Mon fans out there, I suggest you follow my footsteps to success. Be your own boss. Make the label pay for everything. And get a sucker to make all the beats for you. Apparently there ain't no money in that. Don't be in the studio for hours on end, constantly messing with buttons and knobs and shit. You gotta be out there getting that real money. Now it's time for a trip down memory lane. I get asked a lot of questions about my experiences ever since I blew up. So, in order to how you say it? Accommodate? In order to accommodate my fans, I want to introduce a brand new segment that I like to entitle A Trip Down Boogie Lane. Now, if you've watched my past interviews, you might have noticed once or twice that I was utilizing a plastic cup. Now, I've been catching a little bit of flack saying that I've been stealing other people's style, which ain't what I'm about. So to put that little bit of shit to rest, I'm gonna explain on the history of why I use a plastic cup. It was April 2012. I had just dropped my first single off of my debut album, Dippy Doobie Day. And that shit went bananas on the radio, iTunes, internet, all that stuff. So I'm automatically a national treasury. So now, obviously I gotta promote the CD by going on tour. So I'm up on stage, and most rappers, when they go on stage, they like to carry around some type of cup on stage. I ain't gonna say no names. They like to carry styrofoam cups. So I ain't about to follow in nobody else's style. I never follow somebody else's style. I got my own thing, swag. So I'm out there with a glass filled with the finest champagne. So I'm up there, you know, doing my thing, representing mofos, you know, throwing it up, mofos in the house. About 3 minutes into my set, I slip and the glass just flies right out of my hand into the crowd. Now, mind you, the glass was already halfway full or halfway empty, depending on how you choose to look at it. Now, it lands on some chick's face and just shatters. So instantly, she gets cut up all on her face, like on her cheeks, cut up on her lips. I think some of it went to her eyeball, and blood was just all over the place. So you mix shattered glass, flesh, blood, eyeball juice, and alcohol, you can tell that she was in severe pain by the way she was screaming. And that shit just got loud and annoying as hell. It started getting aggravating to me because she's interrupting my show. So luckily for me, security was up on that game, came up, scooped her up real quick, and carried her off the premises. She was just destroying the show for everybody with all that screaming and shit. After the concert was over, we tore it up, Mo Fall style. We had a little meeting in the back, and we decided it's probably a safety hazard for me to be carrying glass on stage. So from that point on, we decided it was best if I just use a plastic cup. Yo, that's all for this week's episode of Boogie Down with your boy Boogie Mon representing Fluffy Sheep Records. Make sure you check in next week for a whole brand new episode. This Boogie Mon out.